So I wanted to take the time to talk about the new megastructures within the game and have a general overlook at what they are like, what they do, and how they are built. Now, of course, it's a little bit after launch already, and some of you may have already gotten your hands on some of these mechanics, so consider this a general overview, and we'll go into more in-depth videos as the mechanics series progresses. Dyson Sphere in the background, isn't that sexy or what? Yeah. Well, here we go. Dyson Sphere. Oh no, actually, this is the Ringworld right here. So the Ringworld, you start off with just building a simple platform around the star, and as you can see there's a planet on the top left. Well, sadly enough, it's not going to last very long, so as soon as you got your platform, all you gotta do is spend 15,000 minerals to build the initial frame, and it will pop up like this. It's gonna take friggin' forever to actually build it, so there you have that. So, and overall, though, the Ringworld itself is pretty damn worth it. It's 100 tiles worth of Gaia planets with the individual tiles on the planet as well. So, yeah, here's stage number 1. So all you got to do here is add more stages, and every single one just costs 15,000 minerals. In all honesty, it is one of the cheaper ones within the grand scheme of the Megastructures cycle, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. And you got all your tiles, you got 100 of them. They all have their individuals. Funnily enough, the habitable sections have their own space-based things as well, so you can put stations around them. All you gotta do is just send colony ship out, and there you go. And you get 4 of these, and they're all perfect tiles for perfect habitability, perfect growth, and perfect happiness. So, a big bonus there. So let's move on towards the Science Nexus. Now, the base building looks a little bit like this, with a little thing that floats up and down, and before you know, you end up with this huge construct in space. And just to confirm how big it is, I put it next towards like a couple of planets, including a gas giant. And this is the second stage, and all you got to do at this moment onwards is start adding the pylons. Now the pylons themselves, the upgrade is pretty decent. Once you max out the station itself, it's a plus 50 production cycle. Is it worth it? Well, there is a couple of arguments currently going around whether or not it is worth your while to actually build this thing, because it's plus 50 and the cost of it is pretty high, and you can offset that completely with even a size 14 planet with a bunch of bonuses on there. But on the other hand, you've got the argument saying, hey, you can just build this and focus the planets themselves on something else like mineral production or energy production. So this completely ignores the use of pops, which in honesty is kind of useful, and also means that, you don't have the planetary modifier attached to the whole science stuff. But, yeah. All right, let's move on towards the Sentry array. In my personal opinion, one of the best things to not be a Dyson Sphere or a Ringworld. Ringworld, in my opinion, is still the best one. But a Sentry array is awesome, and I'll tell you exactly why. Sentry array allows you to see everything within your galaxy. And honestly, once you have the base platform, the spires are relatively cheap. It's only 11,000 minerals, and of course, all of these are done with the reduction in Megastructures ascendancy perk. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of cool stuff, and you put the aerials on. I put the instant build modifier on here on the game, so it can actually speed things up a little bit, because cost is definitely decreased in terms of production time as well as build. But yeah, you see everything within this circle, which is incredibly useful because you have so much vision. And then you upgrade it to the next stage. It's 1,300 days. There you go. You put the aerials on, and there you go. You have an even larger range that you can see everything inside of it. And it gets even better than that. Once you max out the structures by, finally, it has a 15 energy upkeep. Is it worth it, I think? Yes, absolutely, because you can see every single ship in the galaxy on the map and see exactly what they are up to. You have full vision. You have basically built the Echelon project possibly may or may not be by the NSA. But yeah, you can, for instance, go across the galaxy, click on an enemy fleet, and be basically like, yo, what is your fleet, what is your design here? You can know instantly what the designs of an enemy fleet is from across the galaxy without ever having to do any sort of packs with them or anything along those lines, which is pretty amazing. Of course, it does not apply to any species that are part of a fallen empire or an awakened empire or any of the neutral species within the galaxy, but you can see all of these other ones, so you have at least a lot of vision to see what is going on and scope out your potential targets for the next stage of your thing. And then we get to the big daddy of them all, the Dyson Sphere. Well, the Dyson Sphere. It 30,000 for the base structure, the mainframe, and its individual upgrades. And once you get at this stage, it already looks incredibly badass. But it's 60,000 or these 90,000 minerals. It is incredibly expensive, and the real question is it worth the amount of minerals that you put into it? The final version generates a gargantuan amount of energy, 400 a month. Something you could potentially offset by capturing a fallen empire world and purging the entire population and using their advanced buildings in order to, you know, get full use of their technology. But yeah, once you get at this stage, it's at 100 production. 200 production, and it goes all the way up to 400 production. But of a 30,000 mineral increase and a 3,600 day waiting time, so it's what? It's like slightly more than 10 years waiting time. That's pretty insanity. And there you go with the final upgrade, I believe. There it is, and instantly it turns into the color of your empire, of course. And yeah, so energy output is nominal with a 400 energy bonus on a Dyson Sphere. It looks incredibly cool. It cools everything down in the solar system. Everything turns into ice planets. But yeah, overall, is it worth it? I think so. Does it look cool? Absolutely. Is it going to create a fuss? Yes, it will. Dyson Spheres, Ringworlds, Sentry outposts, as well as Science Nexus, the Megastructures in the game. We're going to be talking about these in a upcoming series and individually take a look at these one by one to see how they work, how you can build them, and how much fun you can have with them. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other.